Happening, people? This is Rohit here, and in this podcast episode, I'm going to talk about solar date and the analogy that I use to explain how important solar dates are. So, let's start with solar dates. To give some history and some context, yes, I've gone there and done a lot of exploring on my own, but not at the extent at which what I am doing right now after moving to Jersey City, going to New York City, crossing 100 plus solar dates. So, that's a different mindset altogether. It's not like, oh, you're going once or twice outside alone and you're coming back and then you have friends. This is a very different story. So it definitely requires a slight mindset change, and I realized how important that was and what all I learned from this. That's a completely separate set of video that I can do just about importance of solar dates. But one of the analogies that I use to explain solar dates and how important that is through a phone and technology. So let's get started. Whenever you open your phone and you see the storage screen, you can see that so many pictures is taking certain number of storage, videos are taking certain number of storage, documents, so and so. But you'll always realize that there is something called system, and that will take a certain number of storage. And when you click on system, you cannot see the files, but it will just say these are the number of files, this is the amount of storage that is needed, so that the phone can run at a normal pace, so that it can run smoothly. That's what it says, efficiently. That's, let's use that word. So this storage of what I'm explaining is your mental battery, your emotional battery, your physical battery at which you are running in your everyday life. Now let's assume that you are going on a solo date. Now this storage, which you're not used to having at the maximum amount, when you're not on solo date, yes, the storage is less. So out of 128 GB, let's assume it takes like 10 GB, 28 GB, so that you have 100 GB of free space, and that's at which you can operate and have fun what all you want to do. But once that storage is used, you're obviously feeling tired and all of that. That's a normal person's thing. But when you talk about solar dates, out of instead of 28 GB, initially, if you're not used to doing solar dates, if you're not used to being outside alone, this storage takes a lot of amount. Let's say it takes around 80 GB. So out of 80 GB, you have remaining like 48 GB, because we are considering it as a 128 GB phone. 80 GB already used. So in the whole day, let's assume, see, my solar dates go from morning till night. So I'm spending over like some days even 12 hours. So in the 12 hours, if you're not used to being doing solo dates at all, you're getting tired by noon itself. So that, because you also have to realize there are so many things which happens when you go on solo dates. You need to think about your safety, your security. You need to think about yourself. You are having fun, you are thinking about finance, you are thinking of so many things which is happening, and at the same time you're going to have fun, because that's why you went on a solo date in the first place. So when you're thinking so many things are running, you don't realize it consciously, but this is what happens at the back of your head, because you don't have anyone with whom you're going to give your bag and go and to the washroom, or you just need to take care of yourself, tend to yourself at all times. So the story definitely gets over fast, and then you're getting drained com- comparatively faster when you are with other people. So all these things, whenever it's running, it's definitely a lot of toll that takes on yourself. But at the same time, as you go on more and more solo dates, this storage, which I said takes 80 GB, comes down. And that's the importance of solar dates. When you reduce it, instead of saying 28 GB, that's what the storage is when you are with other people, you can actually reduce it even further. Make sure that it takes 10 GB. Obviously, there needs to be some storage which needs to be taken, so that your body, the system can run smoothly. But when, as much as you reduce, you can have a lot of fun outside, and that's the capacity at which you can operate. You're maximizing your potential, living life to the fullest. That's the kind of words which philosophers and all the, oh, you need to live life to the fullest, be grateful. But definitely, when you think about how much the storage the system takes, by system I mean the body, you would have realized it by now. And it's all about being grateful, and it's all about enjoying the journey, and more the things that you put through yourself, like you're going through uncertainty, you are going through so many things. Uncertainty is just one of them. So many things in life, but then you're able to manage every single thing yourself. I'm not saying don't ask for help, don't do this, don't do that, but at the same time, it's also, you need to complete yourself, right? That's what even they say, oh, like, when it comes to relationship or something, it's not like someone else is going to blow your balloon. It's about you fill the balloon, and then the other person is just going to wave it. So when you talk about all of this, it's also important to give prior due diligence and do every single thing for solar dates. And this is one of my favorite analogies that I use, and this is my first time actually explaining it to the camera as well. But yeah, this is something which I used I still tell this to people so that they can get some idea about solar dates and how it works. Thank you all for watching. See you on another one. Till then, bye from me.